Okay. PV Narasimha Rao was also credited with bringing about many industrial policy changes. For example, license Raj and many other reforms. Could you enlighten us on those aspects that led to the way for the economic reforms or the industrial reforms which we have seen in the past?
Yeah, when we talk of 1991 and of a change in the policy structure in the country, often people don't realize what exactly happened. They just think, okay, liberalization happened. But no, there were three very different elements to the policies of the two budgets of July 1991 and February 1992. If you combine these two budgets, there were three significant changes. First and foremost, because of the context in which the reform was undertaken, the first and most important change was the fiscal reforms. The decision to reduce the fiscal deficit drastically, because that was a condition for getting the loan from the International Monetary Fund, and therefore, as Finance Minister Manmohan Singh reduced the fiscal deficit sharply between 91, 92 and 93. But the real reform was not that. There are two other elements of the policy package which, in my judgment, were the real reforms. The most important was the end of the license permit Raj. And people don't remember that the person who was the Minister for Industries in July 1991, when this reform was undertaken, was none other than Prime Minister Narasimha Rao. Because as Prime Minister, he kept the industries portfolio. And as Industries Minister, he took the decision to end all this licensing system, the control system, and usher in the delicensing and decontrol of industry. And don't forget that Narasimha Rao was also the only Prime Minister in the last 73 years after independence to give a business leader a Bharat Ratna. In January 92, JRD Tata was named as Bharat Ratna, and I think it was a recognition of the contribution of Indian business to India's development that Narasimha Rao chose JRD Tata for the Bharat Ratna. No other businessman till now has ever been given a Bharat Ratna. So that whole change of industrial policy, the freeing of private enterprise, allowing businessmen to take decisions about capacity utilization, about total capacity, about location of industry, all of that was done by Narasimha Rao as Industries Minister. The second or third element of policy change, which was also significant, was the reduction in tariffs, what was called trade liberalization, which was undertaken by the Commerce Minister at that time, P. Chidambaram. And I think my memory serves me right, his Commerce Secretary was Monte Ahluwalia. I think they undertook major trade reform in July 91. So industrial reform, trade reform, fiscal reform, these are the three elements of the policy package put in place during those 6 months.